Good morning, everybody. What's going on? What's going on?
I'm waiting for YouTube to kick on here so I can mute it.
I'm waiting for D-Live to kick on so I can get the pop-out chat. Well, your phone just told us we went live.
Yes, it did.
D-Live hasn't gone live yet.
Hey, Heather. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Freaky.
Hey, everybody.
No, it's not time yet.
Nope, not yet.
Got about another 10 minutes.
Hey, Jake. Hey, Heather. Hey, Freaky Geek. Hey, Nicole. Is anybody else? No, I don't think so.
Hey, Jake. Hey, Misty Cat.
Hey, Misty Cat.
All right. I got to figure out how to turn off my notifications now.
All right. There we go. How is everybody on this Monday morning? Hey, Ted.
What's up, Ted? Bear with me. Hold on.
Bear with him. He's doing technical stuff.
Yes.
Everybody be scared. Be very scared.
Well, that's not the right one.
Hi.
Hey,
hey, Andy.
What's up, Andy? That's got to be the right one.
He don't know.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's down low.
That's way low.
I'm ready for... there it is.
I'm just going to turn the volume all the way down.
You're the best around.
Well, that didn't fucking work.
New finagle things. You know how it is.
Sounds and vibrations. What the fuck?
Always watching.
I do not know how to fucking turn off my notifications.
Oh, Lord. How was your guys' weekend? I hope everything is well with you guys.
I think I got it.
You think you got it?
Yeah.
Until it goes ding dong.
No, watch me not be able to turn the fucking thing back on.
I know, right?
Gotta give the boy points.
Yes, you gotta give the boy points. He's trying.
Yes, I am. I don't know why they call them smartphones. They make me look stupid.
How are you guys?
No, actually, Freaky, it's pretty loud when I get my notifications.
Knitting today? Very cool. Not crocheting? Just nothing. Hey, Nubs!
What's up, Nubs?
What's going on? Hope you're the best around.
Yes, Heather. You.
You all are. We love you guys so much. I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody had a good weekend.
It's still snowing here.
It's still snowing here. I was just about to say that. Okay, Nicole. If that's, you have to go shit. Go shit.
Where the fuck do you see that?
On D-Live.
Oh, see, I won't see D-Live.
I know. We're doing good over here. Yeah, so 24 hours it's been snowing.
Yep. And it's supposed to snow for about another 12 yet.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. Think Mother Nature.
It's supposed to start raining.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, yay. Nah, that's Andy. Before I get started, I didn't get the chance to say thank you, and I want to say a huge thank you to Nicole and Andy for sending the Super 7 stones. They're amazing. That's all I can say is they're amazing. If you ever get a chance to get a Super 7 stone, definitely get it. I'll see if I can. I don't have lightage. Yeah, you can't see nothing.
Where did mine go? Mine was, it's right here. See?
They're freaking phenomenal. And I can't thank you guys enough. I love it.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
The energy that runs through it is unbelievable.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes, Heather. I didn't get the position that I wanted or that I was trying for, but I did pick up a promotion, and I got a small raise with it. And actually, I think the position that they gave me, I fit right into it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Super stoked. Super proud of him. Handling it like a boss, man. Well, an assistant boss.
Yes.
Oh, sure. See how he is?
That's all right. We got Cheap Chicken Monday.
That's right.
And Cheap Chicken Monday here is every Monday at the store I work at. Hey, Pammy.
Hey, Pammy.
As long as you have like their store card, you can get 8 pieces of chicken for $5.99.
Yeah. Isn't it awesome, Pammy? I love that Nicole writes for the page. I really do. Or not the page, but the group. I absolutely love it. She finds some interesting stuff out there. She's amazing.
Wow, Jim, congratulations. Jim got the job too.
All right, Jim. Very cool. Congratulations.
Freaky, my kind of day. I'm cheap and a chicken.
Right?
But I bet you charge more than $5.99.
That is awesome, Jim. Congratulations. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked too, Jim, just because for the fact that I find out in June that instead of being the assistant grocery manager, there's a chance I'll be taking over grocery manager, which comes with about a $6 pay raise.
Right. Jim says it's not a supervisor job, but they offered me nights, which I'll take. Hey, that's awesome.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Jim.
Oh, does that mean you're not going to be here? Nope, you can't switch. If you're not going to be here, you can't switch. Sorry.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather, for the lemons. I'm just kidding. I'm glad. I'm so happy for you. I really am.
No. I don't want to hear that bullshit. If I can work nights and still be here. So yeah, I'm super stoked about the position I got. They wanted me to have the other position, but they knew I would fit in better where I'm at.
Thank you, Nicole, for the ice cream. Andy said we can start now because he's back with coffee. Welcome back, Andy.
I agree, Jim. It took me a little bit of getting used to getting off the night shift and then doing my show or co-hosting with Shadow. It took a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah, definitely.
And there are times I'm still not used to it because I can feel myself falling asleep.
Jake, congratulations. He passed his permit.
Way to go, Jay.
Awesome.
Look at all the good energy going
I
through
know.
here.
I love it. I love it. At Eddie's age, he can't get into too many positions anymore.
Apparently your camera stopped working, Andy.
Yeah, I'll be getting up at 3 a.m. to work in midnight to 8. That's so cool. That is so cool.
Why, now, hold on. Why are you getting up at 3 a.m. if you don't have to work until midnight?
No. Not for his hours now.
Oh, instead of getting up at 3 a.m., he'll get up at 12.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, not 12, but you know.
Oh, yeah. If it's like me, I'll start set my first alarm because I got to be in at work at midnight. My first alarm, I think I set for 10:15.
Yeah.
And then 10:45, and then 11:15, and at that point, I got to get my ass out of bed.
That's when I'm waking them up saying, "Will you turn off your phone?" That's cool. That's very cool, Jim.
All the good energy that's running through the room, it's amazing.
I know. And Jake getting his permit, that's awesome. That is pretty freaking cool. I am so happy for you guys. I love it. I love that you come in here and share your good news. Hell yeah.
Oh, the funny thing is, though, is when the store director he called me into his office, and he tells me, he says, "Well, we kind of decided we're going to go with the other person. Is that all right?" Like, I'm going to tell him, "No, it's not all right. You're the damn store director."
I know,
like,
right?
That's fine. Are any of y'all mediums or anything like that?
Couple people in here. Oh, see, yeah, and Andy went to McDonald's but only told me hours. When you said he was in the kitchen, I was like, he better not be getting no freaking shake and cheeseburger and shit. Hey, Sandra. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, Sandra. Hey, Sandra's pink video. She got my monitor.
I know, right? Well, your monitor's not pink anymore.
Well, no, it's not working.
Well, that one is, but the other one's not.
We have a really bad time with computers here.
I'm telling you. Eddie gets around them, and that's it.
I'm going to let everybody know, if you make a comment in DLive and it's directed towards me or something, I will not be able to see it, so don't think I'm ignoring you.
Hey, Scoop, how are you?
Scoops.
No, Missy, I had my triple cheeseburger, fries, and large banana shake earlier, hence the trouble I found myself in.
See, probably,
well, now you're going to be in more trouble.
He probably didn't tell her and then forgot, and she's seen the McDonald's wrappers or something.
Right. That could be.
That's with as most people, but well, it's actually, Jacob. Honestly, if you are a medium, it's very hard to do a feel read on yourself. It just, I don't think it works that way that well.
But you'll open up in your own due time.
You know what, Freaky? You go ahead and do that. And then I'll just shut everything down here and go to DLive. Hi, Alibi. I mean, Nubs.
I know. At first, I'm like, did I miss somebody? Yeah, asked him how his day was. He didn't mention the milkshake. Yeah, see?
You know, it's a minor detail.
It's not.
Yeah, I got your back, Andy.
Bullshit. Bullshit. So, we got a good show coming up today. We're going to talk about anomalous. We're going to talk about words that we can't say. No. Hold on.
You really can't say it.
No, anomalous shower of stones, water, and other objects. We're going to talk about why does this happen, and why does this happen, and how does it happen, and
so basically we're going to be talking about freaky storms of shit that falls from the sky.
Yes. I mean, we know about like fish falling from the sky. We know it's mainly because usually a tornado's around.
Sucked it up
sucks it up out of the ocean, you know, and stuff like that. But this isn't about that. This is about weird shit.
Well, I can't see DLive.
Andy, you so crazy. Hey, Spitfire. How are you? Welcome. worries, Skook. I thank you for coming in. Excuse me. Probably for feeding, Jim. Yeah. If there's not a lot of food going around. What about paranormal and all that isn't weird? Isn't paranormal weird? Well, not to me, it's not weird, but not to most of us, it's not weird, but to the rest of the world, it's weird. Nothing weird here. Nothing to see here. No weirdness here.
Move along. No, actually, hang out. Stay with us.
So this comes from soulguidance.com, and you guys know I talk about their articles all the time. I love it. Yeah, I usually fly over and drop fish in the lakes to stock them. Still a freaky sight, though. If you know what I mean? Why couldn't they do that here with salmon? More silvers. We need more silvers.
Freaky, he says, Jake, if something is happening and you can't explain it away, blame somebody from this live wishing things on you.
Right?
Wow.
That's true, Misty. Misty Cat says rest of the world are the weird ones. That's right. So he says, when I was collecting newspaper and other reports of stone showers, sometimes also called throwing of stones or rain of stones, it became clear that the falling or apparent throwing of stones outside or inside houses were part of a vaster, more complex phenomenon. In every case, people were perplexed, and even after intense investigations, in order to try to find the cause of the phenomenon, they were not able to find any explanation.
Do, 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 do.
Phenomenon. Do, 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 do. Oh, thank you.
I know, I can't. This is, you guys just, you need to really stop.
Right? You guys are so sweet.
Heather got one too?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So when we all get them, we'll all have to wear them at the same time.
That's right. I'll wear mine all the time. I love it. You guys are awesome, though. You really are. No, actually, the stones, though, they came very quick.
Yeah, and the Super 7s did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Nicole? It would be nothing for us to write on the envelope, no such addressee, and send it back.
That's right. Return the sender. Address unknown. It's my favorite Elvis song ever. Just little tidbit there.
I think Andy's talking about us.
And the two grumpy bollocks up there, of course. Hey, we're not grumpy. Are you grumpy?
No, I'm Eddie.
Oh, you're Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Eddie.
Oh, what's the Super 7? It's 7 stones combined into one.
With a lot of freaking oomph. I'll tell you that.
It does have a kick.
That it does. Okay, so getting back. Sometimes spiritualists interested in the strange phenomena accompanying the stone showers declared that spirits were the cause.
What the fuck, Jacob? Eddie looks grumpy.
Eddie always looks grumpy. Although at the same time, they were at a loss to find any spirit or motive it might have. Labeling such a case as a poltergeist does not solve it either. When you carefully read the original newspaper reports and the rare, well-investigated cases, it's obvious it has nothing to do with ghosts or spirits. It's a whole different phenomenon in itself. The cases report as stone throwings, stone showers, or poltergeist, which these are labeled people put on a complex phenomenon. But this is definitely something other than poltergeist. At least if you ask me. As far as I know, nobody has really looked in the depth of many characteristics this phenomenon has, or brought up an explanation other than that of ghosts and spirits. It's not only stones that suddenly manifest and fall down, but also water, money, other objects. The phenomenon is a range of strange happenings. Not all these characteristics show up in every case. Sometimes they don't get reported unless an investigator or journalist picks up on it and writes it down in his report. Hey, easily distracted.
Hey, Ely.
How are you? From here on in, when I talk about the phenomenon in general, stones, water, money, or other objects, I will use the term shower phenomenon. In every case, the shower phenomenon suddenly comes, and after a while, it suddenly stops. So it comes in as quickly as it goes.
You mean it goes as
It
quickly
goes
as
as quickly as it does. See? Hey, Amora Witch.
Hey, Mora.
How are you?
Oh, look, shiny.
Right? But it displays effects of physics not found in school books or accepted in mainstream science. However, these effects have been reported by those who have experimented with technology based on what is called the scalar fields, either physics or whatever terminology is used to explain a new emerging field of physics. Actually, it's the kind of physics that's been around since the days of Nikola Tesla. Theories, mathematics, and experiments were going around since the early 1900s, but were not incorporated into the mainstream science. As it's said that these were explored by secret military cooperative establishments for exotic weaponry. I mean, I can understand them trying to get that for a weapon. Like a vortex opening up and boom, it's there. No mess. You know what I'm saying?
No fuss, no mess.
That's right. Nowadays, the physics is being developed by both fringe scientists and layman experimenters. Terminology is a problem, as there is not yet a commonly accepted terminology for this kind of new science. How do I explain what might be the basis of a shower phenomenon and the whole range of phenomena associated with it? You really got to go back to the original articles, and that was not easy to find. They said that basically, of course, one copied and pasted to the next, and there was a lot of, so kudos to them.
Thank you for coming by, Amora. Thank you for the support and love.
Definitely.
She's going to go support Patty a bit.
Awesome. Too. Tell her we said hi.
Absolutely.
But so kudos to this person who sat there and instead of just taking word for word of what he actually went back to the newspaper articles and gathered this experiences.
Read what Ted just posted.
We have throwing stones phenomenon in a cemetery in Edinburgh, Scotland, where people were imprisoned through religion and starved a couple hundred years ago.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather, for the lemons. Freaky Geek Patty.
Say hello.
I don't know if you know Patty.
Oh, Patty Haggerty.
Yeah.
It's called Great for Friars.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that. Yep. Thank you, Nicole, for the lemons.
So, as you were saying.
All right. The famous Charles Fort, 1874 to 1973, wrote a lot about these phenomenon, but summarized them and... You guys are the best. So he wrote about a lot of this phenomenon, and he was summarized them and quoted a few sentences. He brought awareness to the anomalous phenomena, but he didn't want to investigate it. So he left out a lot of details. It took me a long time to look up all the reports you'll find in different chapters, and we'll go over some of those stories. Most of them I found on websites who have. Oh, it didn't sound like Always Watching. I was like, what is that voice?
I didn't even hear it.
That one's low. I don't know why that one's low.
No, I mean, this time I didn't even hear it. I mean, I could hear it before where it was low, but this time I couldn't even hear it.
Right. Most of the time I found on websites have historical newspapers digitized and searchable. These search functions do not always adequate because the newspapers are scanned as images. Yeah, so they're hard to read. If you've done research on like old buildings and everything, really, some of the newspaper articles, when I was doing research, it's very hard to read because they're photocopied and then they're scanned. And
they are difficult to read.
I mean, I don't know how many times I was at the computer like, what does that say? You know? So they're scanned as image files with accompanying text files, which are a result of electronic translation into text characters. And this gives a lot of mistakes, so be wary of that. So in the beginning, I thought there was only a small number of these showers, the ones that are repeated over and over again in books and websites. When I looked up the original reports of these and looked through the digital historical newspaper and magazines, I kept on finding more and more. Many cases have not been mentioned anywhere else. Considering that I have limited myself primarily to public domain, American and Australian newspapers, for them passing of the copyright law before 1923 in the USA and 1955 in Australia, the number of anomalous showers over the past 2 centuries must be far greater than what I've collected. And the USA and Australia are only a small fraction of the surface of this planet. And the person writing this is convinced actually that these showers are not as rare as we think they are. I mean, I've heard of them, but I've never witnessed anything or known anybody to have witnessed them. They say, I think a lot of them don't even get noticed because they happen outside or in the woods or plains where nobody lives. In rare cases, stone showers are seen in open fields where farmers are working in those fields.
So it sounds like it happens more often out in the open.
Right, so we don't notice them, you know. When you look at the characteristics of the showers, when you look at one or a couple of anomalous showers, it doesn't tell you a lot. It sounds mysterious, superstitious, and the case is never found. Thus, one leaves it to the mystery and forgets it. At most, it was a curiosity. When I was gathering news reports after news reports and some rare reports of investigators who did an in-depth observation of a few singular cases, it's a clear pattern starting to emerge. Most cases were not just about stone shower or water appearing in a room, but about a variety of phenomena. Not all the phenomena was showing up as in every case, but those that were showing up were always the same kind. Although I have separated the cases into categories depending on their main feature, it is important to understand they all have the same underlying force field dynamics. The following are characteristics and or phenomenon that show up again and again in spite of the main feature of the event, which can be a stone shower, a water appearing, money falling. That's what I need.
I was going to say, when the hell are them storms happening?
I know.
They never seem to be around when money's falling from the sky.
Right? Or other objects manifesting.
I think that one's bullshit.
So you got sudden beginning and end. The phenomenon always starts suddenly and ends suddenly. Sometimes the event is thought to be caused by a person, usually a child, that is said to be psychic. However, if this would be the case, the phenomenon would happen on a continuous basis throughout their lives. This is never the case. The period between start and end can be a few days, a few weeks, month, and in rare cases, a few years.
Andy says pennies from heaven with a question mark. And now I honestly believe in that though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've heard a lot of
Right, Heather?
a lot of people talk about, Mom, if you can hear me, or Grandma, or if you can hear me, show me a sign, and pennies would just start showing up.
Yep. Nicole's doing the rain dance now.
Documented cases of it raining fish, so why not? Well, yeah, Andy, there is, and we also believe that the cause for that is a tornado or a water spout actually
Yeah.
had sucked them up, and because when a water spout forms and then disappears, it starts raining because it sucked all that water into the air. So they're thinking that them water spouts actually sucked up fish. So when it starts raining and that, the fish in that are starting to drop back down.
Same with frogs. Yes, Misty Cat, Andy. Fishnado. Not to be
Sharknado.
confused with Sharknado.
It caused a luggage rain. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Milkshake NATO. My mom used to talk about finding pennies from grandparents. Now I keep finding pennies laying around. That's where the old saying, pennies from heaven, came.
Yep. Okay, so during this time period, the different phenomenon happen on and off, seemingly random. Sometimes they only happen at night. Because they continue to happen over a time period, they are witnessed by many people, neighbors, curiosity seekers, investigators, and often police officers. The intensity of them. The shower phenomenon happens in short bursts. A shower can be followed by another one in a couple minutes or hours later, then nothing for a couple days, then it'll start again. These showers can pick up in intensity or calm down.
Or more, she's trying to jump everywhere at the same time, trying to watch everybody.
Oh, Amora, don't wear yourself out, though. In spite of rigorous investigation, often by police, it is never discovered where the stones, water, or objects come from.
Hey, Trouble.
Hey, Elizabeth. They do notice that stones come from overhead, but when outside, they appear to come from a short distance above the ground.
Oh my God, easily distracted says all carry-on fell out of the plane and landed between Mississippi and Kentucky.
Oh no!
When you say luggage tornado, you was not fucking kidding.
Oh shit!
Oh God damn! Holy shit!
They probably thought it was another DB Cooper, only with luggage.
Oh, no kidding. Heather says, I had the penny thing happen. We haven't had pennies in Canada for a lot of years now. Not too long ago, I found a penny on my kitchen floor.
Yeah, see? But that's not what this is talking about. This is talking about, like...
raining.
Yeah. When inside a house or room, they seem to come apparently from the ceiling, but not through the ceiling, because the ceiling's never damaged.
So it's like a rain cloud, invisible rain cloud connected to the ceiling that you can't see.
Right. The stones seem to materialize at that point and then fall down, mostly at an angle. Straight vertical falls have been reported too, and in one case, pebbles were seen to fall inside a tent without damaging the tent.
Heather says she knows what we're talking about. She just wanted to tell you about the pennies from heaven thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nicole, all I find on the floor is dog hair.
Laura, we love you too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So the same applies to appearance in water in rooms. A plumbing leak is never found. The plaster of the ceiling, which the water usually comes from, is absolutely dry. Money showers, as strange as it may seem, never reveal any benefactor. One would expect that somebody would go would do this to gain publicity, but no one ever comes forward. The amount of money is sometimes really high for a time period. Dry and warm. In several cases, it's expressly mentioned that the falling stones were warm and dry. In one case, they were wet. In another case, it was found they were all free of any dirt. So it's not like it's being sucked up like we with the fish and the frogs and that. Do you know what I mean?
That's weird, though, that they're warm and dry.
Yeah. Nicole.
What?
Nicole's flashing on the video call.
What video call?
To Andy.
Oh. Remember, I can't see part of the conversations. Oh, now that popped up. Distracted says, laugh out loud, didn't lock the carry-on belly all the way, popped open once plane leveled out. Purses, briefcases, no computers yet. Thank God.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine that. I'd be like, oops.
I'd be like, I had nothing to do with it.
I didn't do it. Nope.
I'm just a rookie.
And then it says more than one kind of object. It's mostly showers. Other materials come from earth clumps, dry lime, gravel, a piece of wood. In one case, even buffalo bones. So, I mean, it's not like anybody. I mean, that's weird.
Fucking buffalo bones.
Yeah. Like, there's no significance. And I think that's why it's so hard to really study these cases, because there's no freaking rhyme or reason to them.
But I think that's what would make it so interesting to investigate it.
Right. Definitely. Andy has dirty thoughts. Must be the milkshake he drank.
Ted says, I can see why you have that username easily.
It's funny. I was thinking that too, but I wasn't going to.
Oh, look. Shiny. Oh, usually we're just picking on you.
You
honestly.
know it. You know it.
You know,
Oh, I hope
you
you know it. In some cases, stones can be, they're talking about the gravitational force. In some cases, stones can be ejected with extreme force, causing a lot of damage to the house, rooms, furniture, and windows. However, it is often reported that they fall slowly. It can even be so slow that witnesses state that they fall much slower than what they would expected under normal gravitational forces, even to the point that they almost are floating. Sometimes the stones can be caught before they hit the ground. It seems that the stones, although ejected with some velocity, are still under the influence of, by lack of a better terminology, anti-gravitational forces. Less frequently, a household object is even seen to levitate. So around the storm.
The houses would levitate?
No, furniture.
Oh, the furniture in the house.
Household objects.
Oh, okay. I missed the objects part.
Right. So it says objects moved or flying around. Household objects like furniture, utensils, dishes, etc. are moved or pushed around or are violently thrown about. Some unseen force is interacted with inanimate objects and able to exert a physical force on these objects. Metal objects are often affected, but wooden objects like furniture move around too.
But what would cause these bones to fall at such a slow pace?
Yeah. I mean, he goes into more. We'll
Hi, Ruth.
talk more. Hey, Ruth. Talk more about like what.
Could you imagine getting clobbered in the head by a femur bone? Traveling at, normal velocity as it's falling, like,
Yeah,
and you're getting wrapped in the head by one of them?
that would suck. Big time.
What fractured your skull? I don't know, a femur bone.
Imagine a tornado rips through town 100 miles away from the contents of the cemetery it's sucked out of. Oh, that would be, yeah. That would not be cool.
I'm gonna have to check out a more. Have you seen the latest video I made about the castle I want to investigate? Manor, old Danish castle that I really want permission to investigate inside.
Very cool.
Yeah, Heather, I'm sure it would probably kill you. If not, you'd wish to God you were dead.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
So in the case, they bring up the Battersea, England case. It was found that the furniture was moved by itself, was also found to be heavier than usual during the actual vibration or movement. The force that is able to move a heavy wooden object around, it must be intense, at least by our present standards. Metal objects, I already read that part. In the one case, the person tried to stop a swaying furniture, but was unable to do so. In the Lithobola case, a fence gate at the house was wrung of its hinges and thrown down. And that's a lot of force, but yet these stones will float down.
That's what I'm saying.
So there's got to be like, I don't know, in the Spooks throw stone case, a stone thrown into a fireplace flew back in the room twice. In the same case, walnuts which children had been playing outside came flying into the house some 10 minutes after the children had gone into the house. That would, I don't know why that out of everything would freak me out.
Well, because how did they end up following them in the house
Right.
10 minutes later?
Right.
Still in the air.
Yeah, to me, that's messed up. Repulsion. Sometimes the stones show a repulsive effect. They can hit a window pane and rebound, but not break the glass. They can hit a person with some velocity, but the person themselves hardly feels the touch of the stone. Most often, stones fall around a person extremely close, but never hit that person. In the case of the Grothendieck, the stones, although falling slowly, could not be caught while they were falling. It seems to me that they changed their direction in the air as soon as I tried to get a hold of them. This might be an example of an interaction between the energy of certain people and the energy of the phenomena.
Andy, I don't know. I think I had a pretty good theory on how they did that. And I honestly don't believe, even though we've been led to believe that they moved these stones, I don't think the stones were ever moved. I think it was actually built right into a mound that way. Okay.
Oh, my chat was going nuts. Sorry.
And it says, can that force be harnessed? Would account for how ancient man managed to move 18,000-ton blocks of stone thousands of years ago.
I mean, maybe.
But remember my theory about it. I don't think they were moved. I think it was actually just built out of this giant mound of limestone and sand. And they were never, I think it was carved into it. I don't think it was ever built.
Right. Where I think it was moved by vibration. Could be the same thing. Oh, wow, easily distracted. That's pretty cool. It's so cool. My mom's best friend just called me out of the blue. Wrong number, LOL. But it was great talking to her. I haven't talked to her since Mom passed.
Wow.
That's wild. One of you needed to talk to the other.
There's a reason why that happened.
That's totally my thing. Sounds. It's not unusual that sounds are heard just before or during the shower, other than the stones hitting something. Strange whistling sounds happen. I don't know if that's supposed to be a giggling sound or a gingling sound. I don't know. It could be their description of what it sounds like. Rustling, snorting, and explosive sounds, a humming noise, rumbling noise, knocks, rappings, and thumps are common. They're also singular or repeated.
Does that signify about how strong or how long it would last? Like repeated noises?
It doesn't say, but very good, you know.
We're good, Ruth. Thank you. How are you doing?
We're doing very good, thank you. Kinetic energy. The energy field involved transfers kinetic energy to the stones, water, or other objects. When the objects emerge, they have gained velocity, which will be extremely fast and destructive. Sometimes water streams from the wall appear in bursts. Interestingly, it is often said that the stones are warm or hot, and they would imply that the atoms and molecules of the stones have been absorbed kinetic energy on the molecule level, increasing the random microscopic motions of their elemental particles, resulting in heat. Demortalization and subsequently materialization of stones, water, and other items, basically teleportation. The complexity of the energy field presents a shower phenomenon location, causes the dematerialization of matter, the stones and other objects, and liquids too, like water, at one place, and then materializes it in another. So, I mean, you really got to think about how this is happening. Like, it blows your mind. At the place of the shower, the people present notice only the materialization, the sudden appearance out of thin air. However, in a few cases, stones were marked and thrown outside, which subsequently were found back in the house again. So, I mean, there's got to be a vortex or a portal or something.
Welcome back, Andy.
Welcome back, Andy.
I guess this YouTube went incognito for a minute.
So, I mean, thus, it's obvious that they were teleported from one place to another. The ones obviously thrown outside, and then they come back again.
What's up, Whisper?
Hey, Whisper!
Sorry, I was trying to catch up on chat. It seems to move quickly on certain occasions.
Right? So, I mean, it's definitely cool to freaking...
The part that still confuses me is why they're falling slowly.
Right, yeah. Yeah, like I know there's a couple stories that I've read where the drops of water, like you can see each particular drop of water. But in other times it's like raining down hard.
I got it, Andy. Yeah, it still went incognito. It just kind of disappeared.
The materialization of the objects is well known in spiritualistic circles, where it's called an apport. Spiritualists call it apport an appearance of article from the unknown source that's often associated with poltergeist activity or spiritualist seances.
Hey, Lady Crocheter.
Hey, Lady Crocheter. Some Eastern gurus or yogis are able to make this happen at will, although these are often seen as pure materializations. They are actually teleportation of objects from other places.
Hi, Blue.
Hey, Blue.
Well, I don't know. Could that go in relation to like them construction workers? They know they set a hammer down. They turn back. The hammer's gone.
Right.
They look around for a minute. They can't find it. They turn back, and the hammer's sitting there, but it's warm.
Right. Yeah, kinda.
Got to get back to work. Thanks for the awesome time. See you all soon. Have an awesome day. Oh, don't work too hard, Sandra. Thanks for coming in and spending your time with us.
Definitely. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging with us. We appreciate it. Definitely, like he said, don't work too hard. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.
Believe it or not, Sandra, I work harder at trying not to work.
Right?
Why is the hammer? See, that's it, freaky. Nobody can ever figure out. Hey, Smoke.
Hey, G-Smoke.
But that kind of falls along the same story. The only difference is the hammer didn't rain down. It was just there again. But it was warm to the touch.
Right. So we'll get into some of these stories. I got all three of the different stories, or pages of stories. There's a lot of them. So, I mean, there is a lot of incidences that happen. And can you imagine the ones that weren't talked about? Like, didn't freaking know, what was going on and just didn't mention it to anybody because, well, screw that. People are going to think I'm crazy, especially if it doesn't happen again.
Exactly. But thankfully, what I was just talking about, it happened to more than one person.
Right, yeah.
So they were all like, okay, we ain't losing our minds. It's actually happening.
Right, yeah. So this one is a singular phenomenon, shower of meteoritic stones. Says a town was visited on Wednesday evening with a violent thunderstorm accompanied by heavy torrents of rain, mingled with small black angular-shaped stones, somewhat resembling ironstone, but more vitrified in appearance.
Mo, welcome.
Hey, Mo.
You're never late. When you get here, you're right on time.
That's right. Some folks affirm that they were merely fragments of the Raleigh Rag, which was a portion of our roads, what our roads are laid. But as they have found, not only parts of the town where this material has not been introduced, but the housetops. This explanation of the phenomenon is faulty amongst the numerous persons who might have been seen after the storm passed over, busily engaged in securing specimens. Was one lucky customer who actually picked up a half crown piece. If we could only be satisfied that the silver token in question was the product of a meteor shower, we should be inclined to welcome the acceleration of the Earth's motion, even as wittily observed by a contributor to the Daily Contemporary. It's definitely a newspaper article.
Yeah. Jim, Mo might have been late for dinner. I mean, he's in South Africa, so he might have been late for dinner. I don't know what the time difference is there to here.
Andy, Mo, write out 100 times, I will not be late for Missy's show.
Just Jim, if he was meant to show up last night, he is late for that one.
Right. So July 20th, that one was from 1860. This is from 1890.
So 30 years later.
Yeah. An extraordinary occurrence, a correspondent says, is causing much excitement in the neighborhood of Hipper Road, Clapham Common, where the windows and conservatory of the house of Mr. Piddock, a gentleman of private means, yeah, you can tell it's old school,
Yep.
where the windows and controversy of the house, private means, yeah, have been wrecked in the most mysterious fashion. The house is situated in Haffer Road and bound by the backside of Limburg Road and Battersea rise respectively. The attack on the premises began about 8 o'clock on Monday evening when a stone was hurled from an undiscoverable quarter through the conservatory into the dining room, which it is adjoined. That was quick.
Who was it? Oh, Freaky.
Handing out the moon cookies. Oh.
Did you say cookies?
I did not.
Oh.
You heard wrong. Hey, Ghost Rider, how you doing?
How you doing, Ghost Rider?
That's okay.
You're allowed to be a tourist, okay? We'll allow it this time.
Yeah, we'll allow it this time. No.
I'm a Sagittarius, so hey,
I'm a Libra, so we're kind of balanced. So.
And you saying a possible meteorite ricochet?
I don't know. Let's see. I got to find my cursor. The attack on the premises began around 8 o'clock on Monday evening when a stone was hurled from the Yeah, we already read that, Missy.
Yes, Andy. Somebody did mention cookies, and it was Shadow. She said cookies.
I never said that.
She said moon cookies.
I
to
never
be
said
exact.
that. You heard wrong. I can't, Nicole. For some reason, I know my Stream Deck's not working. The stone, which weighed over a pound, was followed by 4 others in rapid succession. Mr. Piddock and his servants endeavored right to discover whence the missiles were hurled, but in vain. So they tried to find out where it came from.
Were they all the same size, or?
It doesn't say.
Now, did they come down fast, or?
Yeah, well, they said hurled, so I imagine, and they mentioned that once the missiles were hurled, so I imagine, there you go. See, Ted knows. I'm not pressing the show. I'm not pressing the show because I get yelled at.
I did.
No, because it always yells at me and says, another moderator is taking care of it.
I pressed it.
I won't be late. I won't be late. I won't be late.
Oh, wow, Amora. I didn't know that. It made wow.
Nicole, that's not nice. My voodoo dolls are going to be used today. Yep.
You see what Amora wrote, right?
Yes.
No, you just keep faith and keep believing, and we'll keep believing in you.
Definitely. Of course. That's better mode. Just got yourself out of a Missy slapping. So inquiries were made at the house, which overlooked the premises, but to no purpose. In about an hour afterwards, the stone throwing was renewed still more vigorously. The continual crashing caused great excitement in the vicinity. The police who had been communicated with could not detect where the stones came from.
Created more excitement. I think it would create more panic.
I don't know. They're like, this is cool. This state of affairs was continued with short intervals up to 1:30 on Tuesday morning. Mr. Piddock and his family were in great distress, as Miss Piddock was all this time lying in a dying state in the bedroom in the upper floor. So she was dying and this stuff's going on. All day on Tuesday, the police had the matter in hand. So this kept happening up until 1:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. All day on Tuesday, the police had the matter in hand, but failed to trace the perpetrators of the outage. So here we got police, trying to figure out where these stones are coming from, and there's no way of proving where they come from.
That's what Andy just said. I don't suppose they had a direction of from or to for those stones.
Right. About 3 p.m, the stone throwing recommenced, and by 6 o'clock, the conservatory was completely wrecked, and many of the windows were broken. Again, after effort was made to discover the miscreants without results. The stones kept coming in sometime, 5 or 6 in succession, and then single stones in intervals from a half an hour to an hour and a half. So it would switch off. I mean...
So it would just start and then stop.
Right.
And then a couple hours later, just start again.
Yep. Another one is in Chico, California, March 10th. This is from 1922. Showers of stones that fell from the clouds on a warehouse have baffled the police, neighbors, and various official investigators. Today, J.W. Charge, owner of the warehouse, offered a reward of $200 to the person revealing the source of the rocks. Can you imagine trying to figure out there's rocks in these buildings and nowhere they could come from nowhere?
Is that somebody's name? Trovo update fail?
Maybe. I don't know.
Pause. I don't know. Trovo.
Trovo is a
Nemoj Vadam Pukam. Yes, that person.
It's only
English speaking only, please.
English speaking only, please. So, can you imagine though having these rocks fall on your building?
Okay, all right. You're from Siberia. That's fine.
Serbia.
Huh?
Serbia.
Sorry. You're more than welcome to be here, but it's English only, please. Ups for the raid. Mods cannot change that. We can't change what? My problem is, if you got broken English, that's fine. Just take your time. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Like it's my last enjoy.
I think they might have came to the wrong live.
Well, maybe.
Because it looks like they're trying to do a raid.
Right.
And I think they ended up coming to the wrong live. So everybody just bear with them for a minute. Nicole, just let it go. Hold on. I think it's actually a mistake. All right, you're going to go to sleep. You have a great night.
Yo, Jelly.
Yeah. What? That was me.
Well, I know that was you. Well, while it goes, we know you've been speaking English. All right, listen. This is going to be the last warning, and then we're going to just have to remove you from the room. All right, listen. All right, carry on with the show.
So, yeah, I mean, can you imagine having these rocks fall and have no idea where they're coming from? They're just materializing.
No, Nicole, you hold your fart in. That would be, and especially if it starts and stops in hour successions away from each other.
Right. Why did that? Oh, Jesus.
To me, that like Andy had mentioned it earlier, it was an old person that pissed off some fucking teenagers and they're hurling rocks on it at the place. But they can't hurl them to the place where it destroys it.
Right. Always watching.
All right, so go on.
Hold on 1 second, please. I'm doing something.
Up. I don't know. It seemed like they were trying to do a raid on somebody else's channel and somehow wound up here.
I got my pop out here.
No, I think Shadow's already got Trovo popped up.
I wonder why it says update failed. That's weird. Thank you so much.
What happened? I'm always at loss.
Thank you so much, Ivana. And thank you for following the channel. Thank you. I appreciate it. And just so you guys understand, yeah, like, no big deal. If you got broken English, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Might take us a little bit. You probably sit there laughing your butt off at us, but we'll figure it out.
But good night to you and have a good sleep. Sleep well. So, all right. So, yeah, I mean, they said that while the town marshal and committee were examining the the iron roof yesterday, a shower of large smooth stones fell, sending the investigators scurrying to cover. Persons nearby at the time declared that the stones seemed to come from the clouds. Employees in the building stated that the mysterious bombardment of the roof had been occurring periodically for weeks.
So this has been going on for weeks.
Right.
Somebody or something really hates this person or this house.
It's a warehouse.
Oh, well, okay. It's still a house. It's a warehouse. Maybe there's something that's stored in there that is causing this. Like an anomaly that, it's actually drawing these stones.
Right. Like, okay, instead of somebody like whipping.
Taco logo.
Oh, okay. So instead of like whipping these stones, they're getting sucked through. I mean, that makes you think of, a warehouse for werewolves. Maybe, Freaky Geek. Give me 1 second. I'm going to shut the door because he's on a phone call, important phone call. Okay. Sorry, guys. But these are just happening, Ted, over, just anonymously, like here and there. But it could be. You're the best. Okay, so another one is, next night I went to the stables alone. I got in the yard and was looking to the manager when a stone as big as an egg fell right against my leg. There's no melee bushes close by. I don't know what those are, and I jumped over the rails and sent a few stones into a clump. I thought that someone was behind it throwing stones at me, but there was no one about. I began to wonder what it could all mean. Next day, my wife and daughter were washing outside of the house when a large stone came over the building and fell close to them. Another missile followed a couple seconds later. They could see no one near the place, and they were sure that the stones had come from the other side of the house. Well, everybody in the district heard of the strange happenings at my place, and sometimes parties of 20 people came and watched the pebbles fall, and they were always mystified. At one time, a large piece of earth fell near my house, and one of the boys saw a piece of wood come from God knows where. That could be, Ted. Maybe a trigger can do it, or an event. That very well could be. I mean, the one that we heard was the lady was dying. And maybe just if something was to expel a large amount of energy, could it be like Eddie was saying about being sucked in instead of thrown? Maybe like somebody created a black hole kind of thing? I wonder. That's a good question. I'm going to write down. But that's a good question. Love to you, Amora. Like something disturbed it. Yeah. Right, Andy? So me dancing naked around an inverted crucifix might trigger it. Scary thought. You never know. I mean, it's just wild. So let's hear about some of these money reports, right? That's what I'm interested in. I want to know where I can find a freaking money shower. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or scare it, exactly. So rainfall of coins from a sky in this village of Pradesh, Mayada Pradesh, known what this strange event is. So far, you have read this many times that fish and turtles have fallen from the sky in rainy season. Perhaps maybe you've heard it for the first time that coins are raining with water. It is not one coin or two, but hundreds of coins. This incident, which seems impossible or strange in the first place, is being reported in Dulwich block of Jesnir village. On Wednesday, there was a heavy rains with thunderstorms in the district. In the afternoon, there was dark clouds. Then in this village, coins started falling from the sky with water. In the village, there was dozens of witnesses, including children, and people listened to the stories and were speechless. Some people went out to collect the coins. Although at the time the rain had stopped, some children were seen with coins in their hands in the middle of the rain. Okay, Mo, hurry back. That could be easily distracted. I'm picturing angry birds and squirrels throwing them. Yeah, although the big rocks, because one of them was saying that the rocks were over a pound each. So, I mean, I can't imagine. Very cool, Ghost Rider. I just can't imagine a squirrel or a bird. It doesn't say, but that would be interesting. Like, where are these coins from? That would be freaking cool. And according to the information from the villagers, thank you, Nicole, for the ice cream. Coins have fallen not from one place, but in 2 to 3 places. Children and adults. Oh, you know what? They show a picture of them. Let me go ahead and share this. It's not clear enough to show like where the coins are from, but we can definitely show them that way. So, I mean, that's a lot of coins. That is a lot of coins. Crazy to me. Oh, let's put that back down. Woohoo, that's a little, yeah, okay. Yeah, it looks like gold and silver. And when are the coins from? Yeah. It's crazy though, right? Could you imagine? This has got to be one of the better occasions. Police have had to head to Boylston Street in recent weeks. Bystanders reported a bunch of US dollar bills, mostly in the odd $2 denomination, as far as we can tell, began falling from the sky Thursday afternoon. As the money fell, people began scrambling to find it and tweeting about it, of course.
So,
well, you don't have to shut the door now.
Well, that's true. Comes out to about $84 every 2 weeks for 20 minutes worth of work.
Nice. WBZ's Carl Stevens says police followed up on the reports of falling money. There's money falling from the sky? We'll be right there. Joe put on his siren is probably how that conversation went. The identity of the Boston's Uncle Pennybags remains a mystery. If it was you, let's be in touch. Universal Hub and Stevens suggested it came from 745 Boylston, across from the Lord and Taylor. Boston's prolific Twitter personality Michael Ratty reports that the People in the windows were actually looking up to find falling money themselves. Still not sure who did it, Reddy says, but adds that it was a nice moment to see a few hundred people all at once stop dead in their tracks and look at the sky and smile and take photos was great, especially considering exactly where they were standing. Indeed, and hey, everyone's spending the week trying to encourage people to return to the Back Bay, spend some money, and help affected businesses. Maybe some good Samaritan is just giving a little stimulus cash to get the spending started. But why would it be $2 bills?
Seeing as how most of them are rare and are worth more than $2. But I missed most of that story, so I'm like,
right.
But Eddie brought up a good point. He says that's the money from those purses that easily distracted loaded so well into the plane.
Right. Yes, actually it is, Nicole. Dove's shit falls from the sky too. Is that blessing? Yes, it is. Because in their shit is seeds. So seeds get planted from them shitting and fall into the ground. Definitely. Cows do fly in tornadoes.
Yes, have you not watched that movie Twister?
Come on now.
Duh.
Only pigs. So it's raining pennies and florins. At least in this one, we know what kind of coins they are. In North Melbourne, every evening for 2 weeks. This happened June 6, 1953. Every evening for 2 weeks, people on Glass Street have been startled by coins which have landed mysteriously in the street. They range from half pennies to 2.5 pennies.
2.5 cents?
Maybe. And arrive in batches of 2 or 3 at a time. One man was hit in the head with a -2 piece. I don't know what that is. As 2-piece penny as he cleaned his car in the street tonight.
Shaving a haircut. 2 bits.
Oh, yeah, 2-bit piece. Okay, I can understand that. John Wade, 12 of Glass Street, said tonight he and his friends, Martin Crawley, 13, and John Cola, had picked up 2/7 in a few minutes. I don't know what that means either. But this is a beaut, he said. I hope it keeps up. But policeman was down tonight having a look around.
Take care, Skooks.
Take care, Skooks. The policeman, Constable K.G. Longman, said, I answered a call tonight thinking I might find a 2-up school, but I never expected to see money flying through the air the way I did. Soon after I got there, I heard a tinkle and saw a halfpenny whizzing along the street. The coins were coming for over 2 to 3 at a time, and the kids were having great fun. Well, of course they were. They're getting free money, man. One had collected about 6 halfpennies. Someone is apparently tossing money over a house roof and are from top of the factories in the streets. The thrower is apparently doing it for a joke, but that's a pretty expensive joke.
Welcome back, Mo.
Welcome back, Mo.
Easily distracted, said, wishing wells are full. Vomiting.
Right, there you go, right?
What goes up must come down.
I know, that did sound wrong, didn't it? You heard a tinkle. I know, as soon as I said that, did you notice I hesitated? Because I'm like, here we go. So why do you think this is happening, though?
Daddy Warbucks died?
I don't mean that. I mean the phenomena. Like, I mean, it's kind of like you were out talking, but where you said there's a, like, it was sucking through instead of, like, being thrown through.
Right. Like it was being drawn.
Right. and Ted brought up a good point also, that maybe the energy, something happening there, and the energy, so it like created a vortex where the energy kind of made a black hole.
Kind of like it was a conduit.
Right.
Like it was actually calling for these specific stones. Maybe there was a reason why it was calling for these flat, polished black stones.
Right.
Debris?
I know. Yeah, debris does it with humans, so why not? If nobody has seen that, you need to go watch it.
Yes, watch the movie called Debris.
It's not a movie, it's a TV show.
It's a fucking movie.
It is not a movie. It
just broke down into 30-minute segments. Ghost, is it really a good omen, though?
If money's
or is it marking you?
That's a good, yeah. So this happened in February 27th, 2015. A large amount of paper money fell from the sky over Kuwait City.
Oh, that was, what's his name, that robbed the bank and then fucking...
D.B. Cooper. It wasn't D.B. Cooper. That's a far cry from freaking Washington. Oregon, whatever. Over Kuwait City for real recently, and so far, no one has come forth with the explanation to claim it. The rain of cash occurred on an afternoon of February 11th before the shower of buying power was over. An estimate 2 to 3 million AED, which is United Arab Emirates dirham, worth between 544,000 and 817,000 US dollars, fell mostly in the 500 AED notes worth about $136 each. Witnesses say the rain of cash fell for a few minutes, stopping traffic as people ran to pick up the bills.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, right? Initial reports had the money raining down in Dubai, but the video shows the Jensen shopping mall in Kuwait City.
Now, you notice this shit happened over there. It didn't rain fucking money like that over here.
Right?
And Andy, yes, that movie Without a Paddle was a fucking good movie.
The confusion maybe had been caused by currency, since the AED and the currency in Dubai, while the Kuwaiti dinar is used in Kuwait. Whatever the floating currency was, no explanation has been given for the money shower or how it counted, and no person, bank, or rich prince has claimed it.
Hurry back, Andy. Ghost, you're right. In your opinion, getting money is a good thing. You're absolutely right. But again, could it be a government setup? Could you be getting marked? Anybody that picked up any of that money, could you be being marked, traced, followed? It's just...
I want to know where it's coming from.
The sky. Duh!
No, I know, but it's got to dematerialize somewhere else and show up.
And rematerialize.
Yeah.
There. I get it. It's got to be some kind of portal window that somebody's throwing shit through, and it's not going where they think it's going, and then they look and go, oh, shit.
Chicago, nearly 600 remain unclaimed Tuesday after money in crisp dollar bills floated over Chicago business district.
Yes, I am, Ted.
Alan Davidson, 37, was walking along LaSalle Street near the North Trust Bank on Monday when the money began to fall. All of a sudden, money was flying down from the sky, he said. Several passerbys who thought the money belonged to Davidson began helping him pick it up. So did police officer George Sullivan, who was directing traffic at a nearby intersection. When Sullivan turned the money to the police, it totaled $588. Henry Frankel, vice president of the Bank of Northern Trust, said no one in the bank's department nor any of its depositors reported any money missing. This happened in December 25th, 1975.
But I think there's
an article wrote about
that some anonymous person threw money from the roof of a building. Now, they say that was a theory.
Right.
But because it was such a small amount, that's exactly what they thought had happened.
Right.
Is somebody had thrown money from the roof due to, I think they said maybe family problems or he had mental illness or something. And that's why that money fell.
Right.
I do recall reading a side story to that.
And these are all verified accounts. In 1995, when Matt Jamison, Sacramento, when Matt Jamison walked into his backyard Sunday to check on a new dog, he found her rolling in dough of the spendable variety. Jamison's fair oak lawn was covered in $20 bills, and his black Labrador, Beauty, was having a ball. There was money scattered everywhere, Jamison said. The dog was playing in it, ripping it around. It looked like money was growing on the lawn, like grass. Jamison wasn't the only resident to stumble upon a really green lawn. 3 others in the neighborhood made similar discoveries, and it was like pennies from heaven, but to the tune of $10,000.
Now, that's what you call a green lawn.
It seems this money fell from the sky. Now, I can understand this, but if you're not there to witness it, how do you know it's not something?
You can't see it fell from the sky. Thank you, Blue.
Thank you, Blue, for the lemons.
Well, excellent. More money, sweet. Yeah, but you notice, has anybody in this group right now ever encountered this? So it ain't so damn sweet, is it?
So here's one, the case that money disappeared. It says bullied by ghosts. From India, the land of inexplicable mysteries, comes the strange story of a retired official who is being bullied by ghosts. Poltergeist or nosy ghosts, noisy, not nosy. I mean, they could be nosy. Noisy ghosts are often reported to be active in various parts of Indian submentioned. The hobgoblins, or whatever the invisible force may be, which have selected this house for their hair-raising demonstration, give the bewildered ex-official no peace.
Andy.
Excuse me, this is the sort of thing he has to put up with. Okay, ready? One day his pillow catches fire for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Just self-combusting.
It's burnt. And the mattress is on which it lies is not even scorched. He gets a new pillow. The new pillow disappears and found at the bottom of the well.
Unburnt, though.
This is a new pillow.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
the new one is unburnt.
Yeah. Crockery smashes itself to smithereens all over the house. Large stones whiz through the rooms. The key of his cash box vanishes. A new key is made specifically to replace it, and in itself mysteriously replaced by the old
Gotta
one.
give the boy points.
Right? And then later, the new key is found locked up inside the cash box.
Now, how the hell is that even possible?
He had the old key. That disappears. Gets a new key. He finds
the old key.
No, listen. Then the new key is replaced by the old key.
That's what I'm saying.
By itself. And then the new key is found in the lab.
How the fuck is that? No. No.
This poor guy, no wonder he says he's being bullied by a poltergeist.
I don't think that's being bullied. I think that's just being messed with.
Definitely. A rich Mulpa Lamport, who also lives in Telcherry, was recently obliged to flee from his house, owing to the unwelcome attention of supposed poltergeist. All kinds of household utensils disappeared, even when carefully watched. And then the landlord's money and even his spectacles evaporated into thin air. Finally, as a last indictment, dirt was thrown by some unseen hand into his food. The victim surrendered. He abandoned the large and newly built home to the hobgoblins.
I think I'd have just got up and left too.
Yeah, that's messed up. That is really messed up. Somebody says,
right? And he blamed the keys affair on Bobby and Bruce.
right? Bobby and Bruce will never die in our heart.
Man, that story that had me so damn messed up. But what a good story that was, though.
Yeah.
I found money like $1 and $5 and $20 I view as blessing. Nothing bad happened to me when I got the money. There's a difference between finding money and having it rain down on you.
Yeah. Yeah, goblins are messing with them. Yeah, definitely. But that was, it did say it was, where the hell did it say it was happening?
Sacramento, wasn't it?
No, that was the...
Oh, that was the green grass.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of paying attention.
India. So I'm wondering, the reason I'm asking is because I know not everything over there. There's cultures where everything is jinn. So, like, I have to put it in my head, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Ted. He said, I had that happen to me. I lost the key, searched everywhere in the house, put my coat on, went out for a few hours, came back, took my coat off, and the key appeared at my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all know that I used to be the cook down here in the restaurant in this hotel. And if y'all know what a flat top grill is, you know it's got a front catch. It's called a grease catch. I used to have the perfect size spackle knife.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That would fit directly in this trap, and I could push from one side and then go to the other side and push all the grease down into the center. One day, this thing is just gone. And I asked the owners, because they always worked in the kitchen with me, and neither one of them have a clue what the hell happened to this. Now, I found that hard to believe because they always like to take things and hide them, and you can never find them. Well, about 3 months later, I'm standing at the flat top. Miss Kay, who is my boss, come walking into the kitchen, and all of a sudden you hear this clang, clang. And she turned and looked at me like, "What'd you throw at me?" And I said, "What'd you drop?" And looked at the floor, and there is this goddamn putty knife I've been looking for. It just, out of nowhere, fell and hit the floor, and there it was.
Yeah, it's shit like that. Easily distracted said, knowing my luck, where'd it go? My luck, I'd be knocked out by the penny.
Not me, it'd penetrate my goddamn skull and kill me.
But I remember that happening because I remember them both being freaked out. Like, where did that, like, there it is in the middle of the floor.
I mean, and you heard it hit the floor. And it was just there. But it's been gone for 3 months.
Right. Which, I mean, and the thing with it is with the owners and everything, we always blame it on them. They're like, one of them took it and they don't remember taking it, and but I mean, that was just, Miss K was freaked out. I remember that.
Yep. Well, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because she asked, "Well, what'd you throw at me?" And I'm like, "What did you drop?" And she's standing there so dead-eyed like a deer in the headlights looking at me like, "What the fuck was that?" And we both look, and there it is laying right there on the floor. And when she came in, she couldn't have dropped it because she had both hands full of dishes.
Welcome back, Jen. Oh, that sucks, Jim.
Yeah, well, you know what? You was all happy earlier about the new job.
That's true. With the last story, about the hobgoblins. It could be definitely karma.
We had one something that put a fork and spoon in my house. Her house shoes.
Her husband's shoes.
Oh, while they were asleep. First, so in the morning, that was weird.
Yeah, can you imagine putting your head? What the heck?
The thumbs up have gone down.
I'm not worried about it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Ghost Rider's like, but I never found any gold or silver or diamonds. That would be nice too. I don't know if I'd want to be hit by them though.
Well, you know what? If it ain't gonna knock me out or hurt too bad, you can hit me all day long with that shit.
Hey, Bridget, but if it's anything like the stones, some of them just float down.
Hi, Bridget.
Welcome, welcome. How are you?
But for something to materialize out of nowhere, it is just what the, you don't know what to do or say.
Yeah.
It could being crossed over from the other dimensions, playing with.
Yeah,
and that's all it can be. But you're going to take my knife for 3 months? I hope you put it to good use.
So this one happened in 1919. This is other liquids. The following is an interesting case of the appearance of not only water, but chemical liquids and strong odors. I think it is significant that petrol was present and used as an immediate environment, and that paraffin was present in the nearby village shop. As I explained, sometimes the local energies dematerialize objects from their immediate environment and materialize them in another spot in the same environment of what could be inside the house. This event got a lot of media attention. At one point, it was presented as a hoax perpetrated by a young girl, similar to the case of the stone showers. It happened in August to November 1919 in Norfolk, England. This is a visitor's story. It says Mr. Cloudsley Brereton, the educational expert, who himself a Norfolk man, sends in the London Times the following account of visits which he had paid to Swatton Nover's Rectory and its oil showers.
Hello, Amanda, and hello, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick. Hey, Amanda. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you, Patrick, for the ice creams. Thank you so much. It presents so many particular features that no one single hypothesis seems to account for all the facts. There are one or two data that the superstitious might be inclined to regard. On the afternoon of the recent big explosion in France, there were 3 to 4 weeks ago, not really, this is from the newspaper. Somebody freaking out. Oh my God, there was a... Briefly, the main facts are these. 3 or 4 weeks ago, the garden of Swatton Nover's Rectory was redolent with the smell of sandalwood oil. It was clearly noticed by more than one person. It had been perceived since in the scullery, the odor clinging faintly to certain portions of the wall. Now, at the time of my first visit, it was still distinctly observable to anyone who rubbed its finger in the particular spot and smell it afterwards. So they could... That
just doesn't sound right. But
so they could... There was oil.
Right.
And that happens in some demonic...
But, you can do that with a vehicle, too. You can kind of...
You get that oil...
The test, they actually, is it oil? Is it like a hydraulic fluid? Is it radiator fluid or brake fluid or? Right. But yeah, you do the same thing.
Shortly after the first appearance of the mysterious odor, the main phenomenon began. Petrol, paraffin, or water began to form in a circular spot or patches on the ceiling, mainly of the bedrooms, which are on the first floor. These bead-like patches suddenly seemed to condense, and the shower of petrol, paraffin, or water fell. Once the shower had taken place, the circular patch, as often as not, quickly disappeared, except in the case of the pure water, only the mark left being slightly unevenness in the plaster. So it would look like a leak and then disappear. How does that happen?
It dried up.
Honey, I don't think it's going to dry up that quick. They're like, it's there and then gone.
Maybe it's a super absorbent.
In the case of one bedroom, fears were entertained that the ceiling would fall, so the bed was moved into the bay window, which, being of more recent construction, seemed to be immune.
Seymour, feed me.
It may be stated in parentheses that the house itself is a well-built mansion, dating from about 70 years ago and otherwise in a good state of repair. At first, it was thought that these precipitations were due to leakages in the petrol lighting plant, which had been installed for over 10 years. But this has not been used for the past 3 weeks, and the manifestations, meanwhile, are more frequent than before. So, I mean, that's just nuts that it happens.
I think the weird part is it happens so sporadic and so far apart from each other.
Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy.
I forget who it was. It might have been Ghost earlier, talking about being a parallel universe. And if anybody in the room knows how I believe about it, I truly believe in parallel universes running side by side at the same time.
Right.
But
Thank you, Roy, for the lemons.
Thank you, Roy.
And the ice creams. Thank you so much. And welcome.
And I do believe that we travel in parallel universes, but at different times. And I'm not talking times of years or anything apart. It could be a few hours or a couple of days.
Right.
And I think that's how our parallel universes work.
So do you guys think this is what's happening? That it's coming from different dimensions or different parallels?
Could it be somebody trying to cross through?
And they're just the money or stones get sucked through?
At the same time. Maybe it's somebody who just robbed the bank in that parallel universe as they try to come through. And the money just, they drop it.
Right. And their clothes land somewhere else. And
who knows?
He said not just side by side, but overlapping and interacting at times too. Hey, Anton.
Hey, Anton. And Andy, I agree with that too. It's almost like it rotates completely around us.
So Ted thinks that it could be possible that it's doing that it's coming from another dimension. Heather said anything is possible.
Oh, tell Mars we love her. Love the cat too.
Definitely. Patrick says yes, that could be the case.
I do. I fully believe.
Hello, Mars.
We are closer and closer, and this is what's getting scary. Is I think we're closer and closer to our parallel universes going like that.
Really, you think so?
Yep.
Like in Fringe.
Because it's so many things are happening now.
Right.
And they're so sporadic, but they're coming faster and more often.
Now this stuff is happening. I'm going to have to go back and watch Fringe. I remember the show Fringe?
Yep.
And I'm going to have to go watch how that really ended. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I think with everything that's happening the way it's happening.
What the fart?
Right?
I do truly believe that our because I believe there's more than one parallel universe. I believe we run many at a time. And I think it's all going to come to.
You're funny, Freaky Geek. Shadow ended like everything else does. The credits roll.
But that is just my belief on what's happening.
And you're right. Remember, we only see 0.005% of the spectrum. So they are there. We just can't see it. And that's the way I look, honestly, when I go, investigate and everything. To me, there's so much shit that's around us that we don't see. That's why I don't really, I get scared. Don't get me wrong. I jump scare. But if something falls over, I'm like, well, that just happened. Because I know they're there. I'm aware of them being there. And I think that's where the whole, at least my thoughts on this is just my thoughts, like I said. But I believe that the more we vibrate up, the more aware, the more seeing we will see, or hearing, or whatever.
And Andy, you're right. Andy says, let me go.
They could be Misty Cat. You never know.
I was going to say, let me go back to Misty Cat real quick. They are feeling what we're feeling. They are suffering just like we are.
Yeah, according to people that have studied like parallel universes, like we're living the same life, but just little minute changes.
And Jim, if I start seeing green aliens drinking Bud Light, that mother bastard better offer me one.
It is, Anton. Isn't it good to see so many good people in the chat? I have a wonderful crowd. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And Andy's saying, I think the parallel universes are slightly out of phase with each other for the most part, but time.
Yeah,
light and space. That's why I think we're going to come all together at once. And that's because everything's out of sync. And because time is only a man-made concept, there is no such thing as time. There is such a thing as space, but no such thing as time. So how do we know, are we ahead of them? Are we behind them? Is everything going to come together as one? And if it does, is it going to explode us?
Yeah, thank you. You're the best. You guys
don't drink
are the
Bud
best.
Light, Jim, so they're shit out of luck.
Yeah, like it's a string theory, definitely.
That very well could be. You know, that's a good way to look at it. Is the Mandela effect a parallel universe effect?
That's what I think it is.
To quote our local priest, to go together is blessed, but to come together is divine. Is it?
Not, Ted, to sit there and talk more about the Mandela effect, I really believe it's you're switching, you're vibrating up and down. You know what I mean? So you're vibrating from your norm. We're constantly moving up and down through our parallel universes. That's why on some of the levels, like if you vibrate up, you'll have everything that you want, that you need, that you know what I mean? Well, we always have everything that we need.
But you never have everything you want.
Right. And if you believe that's, so when it comes to parallel universes and the Mandela effect, now not everything that's the Mandela effect, I think it's to explain it like, what's that song? What's the one Mandela effect song? They thought Elvis sang it and it didn't. He didn't.
Oh, I know what song you're talking about.
It's a Dwight Yoakam song.
Yep.
But Dwight Yoakam sounds like Elvis.
He does.
In some certain aspects, he sounds like Elvis. So I can understand that, thinking that. I believe in the Mandela. It affected me. You guys know, with the freaking Fruit Loops. It affected me once in a month. Or twice in a month, I mean.
What got me? Raisin Bran. Son always wore sunglasses. No, it didn't. It never did. Monopoly. Mr. Moneybags always wore a monocle. No, he didn't. Never had one.
Anton, I've heard of the Cloverfield experiment. But I've never seen it. I always thought it was scary, so I never watched it.
Oh, really? Amanda says, I just told someone else to tell people we come from an alternate universe where age is no longer a concept, right before she came to this room.
See what happens? Synchronicities, man. Gotta watch for them.
I'm pretty sure me or
Nicole, yes, he does. In some of his songs, he sounds like Elvis.
Yes, he does. And he really does.
What is the song?
Me as well. And Looney Tunes, not Looney Tunes. Hey, see? Look at what Patrick just put, honey. Read that.
Oh, yeah. I know.
The Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was TOONS. Elvis sings We're Screwed. Buck Owens and Dwight Yoakam remind me of each other. No, not even close, Heather. Well, okay, yeah, maybe a little.
That's not it. I don't know. I can't find it. But there is a song that Dwight Yoakam sings. Everybody thought it was Elvis singing. And they're like, that's a Mandela effect. That's a Mandela effect. And it's like, no, it's not.
Or what's hey, Matt, what's up?
Hey, Matt. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Hope
Wow,
all
what
is
a
well.
surprise for you to pop in. I hope you're doing well, brother.
Yeah, mine was Fruit Loops, and it happened twice in 1 month. Eddie went to the store, got me Fruit Loops, because it's one of my favorite cereals.
Well, no, actually, I think, no, because we didn't do the Mandela effect before that.
I did. That was when we were down in 129.
Right.
So
right.
I did.
But we didn't buy the cereal before the Mandela effect. We had the cereal in the cupboard.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yes. And he bought me Fruit Loops, and it was the FRUIT Fruit Loops. And I remember looking, and it wouldn't have been so significant if I didn't remember looking at the box and going, when did they change Fruit Loops?
They never have.
Then I ate it, and a month went by, and he got me another box, and it was the FROOT. And it's like, what the fuck just happened? And like I said, if I didn't say to myself, when did they change Fruit Loops? It wouldn't have stuck in my brain. I wouldn't even have noticed it.
Because they never changed it. It was never FRUIT.
Yeah.
It was always FROOTS. But for somewhere in your
No, Heather,
mind,
I saw that though. No. It wasn't. No, it was a more upbeat song.
That's like when you think of the game Monopoly and you think of Mr. Moneybags, he always had a monocle on. No, he never wore one. Never had one.
And Wednesday we were supposed to talk about Mandela effect, but we're going out. I'm nervous about this fucking.
Does anybody else remember horses with mustaches?
I'm talking about Wednesday's show. We were supposed to do a Mandela effect.
Well, we still can.
No, remember what we're talking about? We're coming full-fledged. And I'm going to have people up on panel that have experienced or want to talk about it or their thoughts on it. We are delving into the Men in Black. I mean, seriously delving into the Men in Black to where me and Eddie might not be here. No, Eddie will be because they're going to think, oh, Eddie's just
stupid.
No. Not stupid. Not stupid. But
oh, man, we're talking right now. We're talking about Mandela effect, but we're not talking about it, if that makes sense.
We are diving into it to where I'm telling you, if I go down for the count, you guys come find me, okay?
So Wednesday's show.
Figure out what happens.
Wednesday's show is going to get really, really in depth.
All right, Nubs. Yeah, whoever wants to come up on today, Matt, we're talking about
money raining, stones raining, frogs and fish raining.
The anomalous phenomenon that happens where inside houses rocks will fall.
Oh wow!
Like I have a rain shower and.
Thanks, Freaky.
No,
Freaky,
we have not, Andy.
Freaky says Eddie don't know enough to be taken.
But we're diving. We got talking the other day, and it's like, you know what? We're just going to go full-fledged. I'm nervous. I'm telling you, you guys know I joke about this shit. But when it comes to the Men in Black, they freak me out.
Don't be prepared for Wednesday. That's all we can say.
Andy says, you two delving into MIB, that would account for the matching black clothing.
And it's funny because we are both
I
wearing
know.
black.
Careful, peeps. Missy and Eddie been swapped out already. Yes, it is a thing, Amora Witch.
Horses with mustaches.
Horses have mustaches.
Yes, they did. They used to have mustaches. I've seen pictures of it, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
They had handlebar mustaches, but it was just like, this is a joke. Nope, it was true. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Was that the song?
Yes. Crazy little thing called love. That was the song. Thank you. That would have drove me nuts. I would eventually have found it, but it would have drove me nuts.
But yeah, get ready for Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going full-fledged, and I want answers. I know, that's going to be in my head all day now.
Please bring a really powerful shovel or a really long ladder. Because it's going to go into a depth. You guys are going to be like, what the fuck?
Like I said, if I go missing, please come find me. Somebody come find me. Or try to figure out what the hell happened.
Most days nose is smaller than normal. That's how I knew. You know what? I don't like any of yous anymore.
Thank you for the follow, maybe Q quit, Chris.
Oh, thank you, maybe Chris.
What the fuck?
Right,
That's
I know.
exactly. I have plenty of backhoes here, Eddie. I don't care about your women's backside there, Jim. Oh, backhoes. Oh, never mind.
You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. But I love each and every one of you. You guys bring such a dynamic to this show. It's not even funny. And
I never wear makeup on Mondays, Andy. Christ, you should know that by now. I still have the Betty White Death Time magazine from 5 years ago, and she didn't die 5 years. She's still alive today.
I'm telling you, yeah, exactly. That's the Mandela effect.
She's still alive.
Let me ask, that guy that followed, you're not MIB, are you? I'm going to start, like, all this synchronicity is going to come into play, and I'm going to be like,
We are friends here. We are family. Yeah, I know. Shut up, Nubs.
I would go looking, Patrick. Totally would go looking for you if you went and disappeared.
I'm going to have a beer first. I want to be prepared for jump scares.
No jump scares. Maybe? He's like, maybe?
Nubs
Great. Now I'm going to start freaking out.
Nubs says I was part of MIB, but I lost my fingers and they kicked me off.
See how they are? Oh, I can tell you're going to fit right in here, Chris.
Absolutely. Bite me, Eddie. I can't, Jim. I have a slight tongue that. I ain't got no fucking teeth.
Oh my goodness. Chocolate milk cake.
Oh my God.
You guys are killing me. You guys are.
Give the boy points.
You gotta give the boy points.
Yes, you have to give me points.
Who's
Shoot
that?
a rat thing when it switched on those. Got no sympathy for you. What?
Transdimensional warp thing.
Jim Eddie can give it a vicious gummy milk. Yeah, you want to find out, Andy? I'll show you something you ain't never seen, and it's called the inside of it.
Lordy Lord.
Okay, I'm gonna send that virtual love right back to everyone. It's not often the wind scares the cat. That was me farting, Amanda. I'm sorry.
All right, guys.
Oh, well, hey, Jim. Remember, you got to have one the other night when I had to work. So, comes around, goes around. It just so happens it affects you more than it does me.
All right. Tomorrow is Transformation Tuesdays. We're talking about centering and self-awareness. Wednesday, of course, we are talking about the Men in Black. Full-fledged Men in Black with an open panel.
And I have no idea what it's about either yet.
Well,
I mean, I know the topic, but that's about it.
Right. And then Thursdays, we're talking about candle magic. And then, of course, Friday is Freaky News Friday. So, good week coming up, guys. Good week.
All right, hold on. Jim's drinking tonight. God damn it, Jim, you could have told me that fucking sooner. Cheers, brother.
All right, Nubs. I'll hold you to that. But yeah, so we're gonna it's gonna be a good week, I think. We'll see here. Let's see. Hopefully.
Oh,
is it running? Yeah.
This is where I get to chime in. This is where I want to give the ladies a hug, give the guys a fist bump. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll get through all this together. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, guys. With that being said, we love each and every one of you. Yes, I know you're always watching. Always watching. That could create the Candela effect, Andy. All right, guys, I'm hitting the button over on D Live. So if you're over there, make sure if it doesn't pop up, hit the chest. I'm looking at the camera like you guys can see me. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being here today. I've had so much fun talking about this. This was definitely an interesting topic, and I want to explore more into it. If you guys want. Yeah, get Will Smith on for the MIB.
That would be cool.
That would be, right? With
There
that
would be
being
an
said,
exclusive.
thank you, everyone, for being here. Definitely cool. That's okay, Misty Cat. I'm so glad you're feeling better. We love you as well. We love each and every one of you guys. You guys bring such a cool atmosphere. I love it. All right. With that being said, Heather got 88.9 lemons. Nicole got 51.5. Patrick got 37.5. And Freaky Geek got 30 lemons. All right. I get confused because my screens are messed up.
Thanks, Freaky. Thanks, everybody that enjoys the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. You had no idea the smile you guys give us.
Yeah, exactly. You guys really, really, you make our day. You really do. No lie. Oh, get me off of. No. What is going on? There we go.
Hey, you know what?
There we go.
Ghost Rider, one of you out there might have a starship.
I know. That Chris guy might. That's scary. All right, guys. With that being said, have a great day. Have a great rest of your day, night, whatever. Take care. Be safe. And remember, find something today to make you smile with your eyes. We love you guys.